Why?
Well,
It was too easy.
well,
It was
I
pitched
meant more of
underhand.
the Harry
No,
Potter
no,
under
no.
the stairs.
You pitch the ball underhand. I'm gonna fucking swing. That's just how it works. Just gonna try to nail it out the park the best I can.
The dad jokes, no.
Yes.
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. Why did I walk into my brother's room twice this week and go, "Are you a homosexual?" and then leave?
Well, hold
Because
up.
we can't.
Is he a homosexual?
No.
Oh. Well, I guess that's a little different then. Anyways.
It's my job as the older brother.
All right.
Understandable.
So
Respectable.
Quickly, we'll let Sadons, do you want us to do a quick introduction of ourselves since this will be the first recorded one? I don't think it's an issue. Let's just continue. That's what the intro's for. Right? Yep. Let's go.
Okay, tell me when we're streaming.
We have been for about 2 minutes.
Oh, shit.
Pain.
We're good at this.
Okay. Well, let me just put on the background, the intro music. There we go. That's not playing on my end. But we're good. Yeah?
Remember the issue we talked about?
Well, that shouldn't be an issue anymore because it's separate recordings now, right?
Yeah, we nailed it. Good point.
Yeah. So, right. Welcome back, dear friends, to another session of the Anomalous Mavericks, brought to you by the Battleground of the Dice podcast. First off, a quick reminder to get you caught up to where we are in the story. The party woke up early in the morning in the camp of the Centaurs, rested, though still a bit rattled from the night before. They were escorted by Eurylis to the nearby river, where he said his farewells after handing the party a magical horn, saying they could blow on it at any time anywhere nearby, and the Sky Tramplers would. After Eurylis left, the party was just ready to rise above the waters and fly across, but the water beat them to it and rose up from its riverbed all on its own, and became the amorphous form of Fres, the celestial of fresh water, who, on Terra's order, allowed the party to cross dry-footed, and even took out a nearby bandit ambush as an act of kindness. With nothing more to stand in their way, the party made haste, and by early evening arrived in the city of Arkfell. They were happy to see the city, but the city was not happy to see them. Jeers and angry stares followed the tieflings and their friend wherever they went. Just as they were about to reach their destination, Bubbo, the older brother of Ibis, came up to them with a very surprised and very happy look, giving his little brother a big hug and telling him to come meet later in the day in his chambers in the royal palace. Finally, the party has arrived at the tower of the Archwizard Malachus. Deliver at long last the letter from Jean-Baptiste. Reading the letter, Malachus gets increasingly worried and asks the party to help him recover a powerful artifact to keep it safe, as it is in danger from someone, apparently. After the party agrees, they are informed that, oh yeah, the artifact is on a different plane of reality. And we rejoin now as the four adventurers are astrally projected in the maze of the artifact called the Containment. And that is where we left us off last time, just as your eyes flutter open and you find yourself floating weightlessly in an antechamber somewhere in the astral plane. And as you look around, you see your companions floating as well, just opening their eyes, and it's a very, very odd sensation because you are about 2 or 3 foot off the ground, and you're completely weightless. And while it is quite unsettling and very weird for the four of you, the otter that is with you, if you remember the Archwizard's familiar, seems to be enjoying himself very much and is flying around at high speeds. And I'm going to move us to the next map.
What was the otter's name again?
The other's name was, I believe, I'm going to check. The other's name is Pearl.
Pearl. Okay.
I'm glad I checked because I was convinced it was Mr. Bubbles.
Mhm.
Bad that I was waiting for the Zootopia Mr. Otterton reference.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. That was, let's just say it was in the draft. So, first of all, the four of you, like I said, are just hovering in the air weightlessly. Do you do anything?
Pear's just gonna have a super blank expression on his face.
Can I move while I float? Like around?
You try flapping your wings and you gain a little bit of momentum, but barely noticeable. There just doesn't seem to be like any air for your wings to catch, which is odd because you're still breathing, you think, but there doesn't seem to be any air to breathe. Looking at your companions, you can see that they all look very similar to themselves, but they have this sort of like silver thread coming out of the small of their, like maybe a foot, and then disappearing into the aether. Also, notably, they all look a little bit different. Like Panic has this like aura of a bear around her, sort of like she looks a little bit bigger. The molars that are usually large, even in the real world, are a little bit larger. She has like sort of like clawed fingers. Terror has what you think is sort of like a dragon outline to him, whatever that could be from. And you yourself, as you look upon yourself, you see it just like sort of hovering outside of your skin is another layer of this like astral presence of you assume like a bird, an owl, probably. So, and Peril, his horns are really big, and he's got like a proper devil look to him. Seems to have changed form slightly, being projected into astral plane.
Are those
Can I-
pillars that we're next to?
Those are pillars, yeah.
Are they within reach?
Yeah, just barely. You could probably touch them with your feet.
Pero would like to try and push off one of the pillar or the pillar that he's next to and just see what happens.
Okay, yeah. Easy enough. You sort of spin yourself, like flapping your hands to turn. And as you jam your feet into the pillar, you float gently towards your sister and collide.
By the way, Saydons, the map is completely black for us. Is that intentional?
Is it? Are you zoomed out?
I'm zoomed all the way out. But I'm streaming.
It's black. It's black for everywhere, but where we
Is
are.
it?
Yeah, I can see where we are.
every-
That's why I asked about
Okay,
the pillars.
you can see where we are. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay, there's that one little random spot. Like, I checked the corners, but I didn't check down right there. Okay. I guess never mind.
Peril, as you are hovering in space, you notice that the ceiling of this place is actually glass, or at least it's see-through, and you can actually look out to the world ahead. And as you look out, I'm just working on revealing properly. You see the vast expanse of the astral plane, huge, and completely empty. The only thing you can see as an object is the what you assume to be the rest of the place that you're in.
I wonder what Nimrod's up to right now.
You say that out loud.
Yes.
Just be like, I give a fuck less what those guys are doing right now.
I think we have bigger things on our plate right now.
That's pretty.
The otter, Pearl, comes floating, and she's like flying high speed over to you, Ibis. And as she settles on your shoulder, you hear the voice of Malachus in your head, but with what you assume to be Pearl's voice that is talking through her, as he says, "Focus on the ground, and you'll land. There's no gravity here. You just have to think where you want to go."
Can I think about just moving forward then?
Yeah, as you do, you start very rapidly descending as Panic, a second person, crashes into you.
Okay. Expected to have more control of that than I did. You can think about how you want to move, apparently. You can move downwards if you'd like to. And land on the ground.
I'm gonna float and hopefully not be a target to a third person.
Being accustomed to magical flight versus like a physical one like Ibis, and having him just say that out loud, I'm gonna just kind of float also, like 10 feet above ground or so. But definitely fucking arms crossed with a pouty ass look on his face. And it's like, oh, that's weird. I thought about going home and I'm still fucking here.
You know, you don't have to complain all the time.
Alright, listen here, Mr. Bird. Okay. It's been a very long week. I think this is like the fucking third or fourth fucking dimension or plane or universe or what the fuck ever I've been in.
At least
Not
it's
to mention-
pretty.
Yeah, it's real pretty. You know this is pretty? My big ass fancy fucking bedroom that I have. But oh no, lost that too. Money, status, lost everything. Anyways, we can go through the universes, pout and float ahead.
So as you try to float ahead,
Pick up his ass.
setting making the gravitational pull from you pull. The pull is quite strong, and you find that you're not really able to control yourself much, just as Ibis did. Basically, as you set that direction for gravity, you smash into the wall at the bottom.
Like, do I fall or what?
It's basically like you're falling, yeah. You don't take any full damage, but now you're standing on the wall. Yeah, the wall is your ground at this point, and you're looking up.
Floor. Angry, like fuck.
The door itself is like flush with the wall. Doesn't stick out.
Not the door. I'm not kicking the door.
The floor. Sorry, the floor. Yeah.
Wall. He's
you can definitely kick the floor.
Whatever is up next to him is getting kicked. That's what's getting kicked.
Gotcha. The floor has been kicked.
The floor do to you.
You now look up, and about 20 feet above you, you see the other three just floating in the air.
I'm just thinking down and land on the ground and start walking, if that's possible.
Yeah, for sure. As you think, as you basically set in your head gravity to be down to the floor, you land on the floor gently, and you can walk around like normal. And you see Terror standing on the wall.
So I'm just going to start walking towards him. As I walk by Peril, I'm going to push him to see if he just starts floating that way too.
Peril, do you let him push him?
Would I not still be 10, 15 feet above him?
I thought we were
on
like
the ground
2
now?
feet on the ground.
Peril hasn't moved that I've heard.
I mean,
Well,
he got shoved into
pushed
me.
off the pillar and went over towards Panic.
Yeah, and you were about 3 feet off the ground then.
Oh, that's only how high we were. Sorry. I thought we were higher.
So Ibis can definitely reach you.
Yeah, I just want to push like on his shoulder and see if I can get him to start spinning in circles, basically.
Boom. Peril, slightly nauseous, you hit the wall.
I wonder what the dagger would do here.
Let's not try that one.
Won't.
Let's not try that one.
Terror stares off in the distance, thinking about dimension dooring 500 feet into nowhere.
Let's just say there are no objects for you to hit if you do so. You will not be taking that damage.
I've come to speak with you.
Looking out, there is just a vast expanse of nothing.
Is there any like mechanism? You said this was a door right here.
Yeah.
Is there like any mechanisms on it or anything?
The door is like a silvery chrome color, and the only thing that's there is a spherical orb, slightly off blue, in the middle of the door. There are no handles, there's no keypads, nothing. Panic, do you make the ground the ground?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walking.
You gently land. Now Peril is the only one floating.
Peril would like to push off the wall towards them.
Sure. Still 3 feet up. You start astronauting your way around.
Peril can't fly, so he's taking advantage of the situation.
I don't know why, but I love the idea that Peril doing this is just spinning head over ass the entire time.
Oh yeah, Peril doesn't know how to control himself, but this is the first time he's flown on his own.
Oh god.
I mean, you make it sound like a big deal. It's not like we've been mocking you this entire campaign, lying or anything like that, right? Oh wait.
Peril is having his moment.
Oh wait, we have been.
Can I check to see if the thing on the door is trapped or not? Or if there's any traps on the door?
Sure. Roll an investigation.
Bonk.
That roll? Did that not roll? Computer. Oh. There you go.
But we hit the
There we
dice.
go. 16. It's pretty good. As you look at the door, you don't touch it. It doesn't seem trapped, but it definitely seems like something will activate when you touch it, because there's literally nothing to interact with except that blue orb. But it doesn't. You don't see any like harmful runes like that would call upon evocation magic. You don't see any tripwires, anything like that.
Oh, don't have time for this shit, and I just grabbed the.
I'm just gonna grab it. Yeah.
Accidentally touching hands, Ibis and Terror grabs the orb. And as you do so, Ibis, you take a step back in surprise, because the door shuts and morphs, and a creature appears as the door turns into this thing, like basically a silvery grayish blob, the same color as the door, and for a half eye, maybe, that blue silvery orb. And it's just standing there, but it's currently blocking your path, but it doesn't attack.
Shit, I already forgot what the otter's name was.
Pearl.
Pearl. Why am I thinking Mr. Butters or some shit?
That's don't think of that.
Mr. Waterton.
Pearl, do you know what this is?
I think this is the protector of the containment.
Do we have to kill it?
If you can find a different way around, I think you. Good luck.
All right, then I'm gonna take a step back.
Stab it.
Are we rolling
like,
initiative, or can I float
there.
the fuck away?
We have not rolled initiative, so you can float. No, you can't float out of the walls. Those are walls.
Well, I don't really done flipped the
But-
map on us.
But
So now
currently,
I'm not even sure
currently,
if I'm moving up or if I'm walking up.
no, I don't know. Did you change gravity for yourself?
At
Because
what point
currently
do I
your
look like
gravity
Michael
is down
Jackson?
here.
Hold up. At what point am I doing the Michael Jackson lean? I feel like that's
So you wanna you wanna change gravity floor for your head? No.
Damn that question.
Peril's just enjoying himself.
His mantis in the background of
Well, I mean, you
Avengers
said up
Endgame.
here gravity works like how we perceive it right now, but then the closer we get down here, it flips it, and then the door becomes the floor.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
So
For you have your own gravity.
you thought forward, so forward became your gravity. If you think down, then down will become your gravity. That's why Peril is floating 3 feet off the ground and just pushing himself around, basically.
He hasn't chosen a gravity yet.
I can fly.
You can float.
Tomato, tomato.
It's not the sharpest thinker.
And I will just walk back.
Walking on the floor or walking on the wall?
All, I guess.
Okay, yeah. You walk along the wall.
Not
You
sure which
change your
one's which at
gravity.
this point, so.
You change your gravity to be the wall to the side. And you're walking up it. Ibis, what were you going to do as you stepped away?
I'm just gonna say, hey, we may all want to try to hit this at the same time. And I don't Do I know what this is at all? Have I ever
No,
read of
no,
anything
you have
like
never
this?
encountered anything like this.
I don't know any other way around this, so this is our best chances to try and hit it first. So yeah, I'm gonna back up to like here and say when everybody else is ready.
So, I have a question. That it's silvery. Is
Mm-hmm.
that in color, or is it like got metal bits?
It seems to be like a sort of metal, but no metal you've encountered.
All right, I have a plan. Else getting ready to attack with us.
Panic,
Panic,
peril.
peril.
What?
You
Yeah.
guys gonna attack with
getting
us?
ready to attack with us.
Sure.
Peril will draw just a regular arrow, but keep in mind he's floating and may not be the most accurate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna pull out my great axe. No, my hand axe. Yeah. Wait, I got them confused. Great axe.
Let me
I got
lead the
them.
way, fellas.
Great X, yeah.
Are
I'm gonna
you
cast
still walking on the wall?
heat metal on this.
Okay. You cast heat metal. Can you click that spell for me real quick? Gotta check a thing. Fire damage.
Hoping that
Okay.
was the. Oh, that's.
Yeah, no, you're good. It's
Did it send everything?
Nope.
nope, but it sent what I needed. So that is fire damage. Okay. As you cast heat metal, roll a d100. Don't roll a 1 like last time.
Did that happen last time?
Better than a
You roll a
negative. You
d1.
can't get a negative.
Okay. As you cast the spell Terror, it feels really good to cast a spell. Like back on the material plane, you basically have to like assault the tapestry of magic and like force the magic to flow through you. Here it flows like a warm knife through butter. It's just really satisfying casting a spell here. And as you cast heat metal on this object, it starts glowing red hot, taking the heat, taking 14 points of fire damage, and it just disintegrates. And the door is gone.
Snake.
And so is the creature. Yep. 1 second. There.
Kind of look around.
It
Like,
disintegrates.
not going to lie, fellas. I kind of expected that to be tougher.
I expected it to be harder as well.
I feel like something else is gonna happen. They said this thing was really important, right?
Sure.
Peril puts his arrow away.
Panic, can you try the door?
Sure. And I'd try the door.
Yeah, as you do, it pushes open without even a creak. It just gently floats open. And as you look inside, I'm going to reveal this area to you. Boom. As you take a step inside, you start feeling very sad and dreary, and everything is gray and dull, and you don't feel happy or anything. Like seeing your brother jumping between the walls has been amusing you for some time now. Not anymore. Nothing's funny anymore. And you're just in a very bad place.
Okay, so when are you gonna start describing the room and not my life?
The room itself is completely. Oh wait.
I'm sorry.
Oh, God.
No, I'm sorry. Are you okay?
Hello,
I'm
darkness,
fine.
my old friend.
I just saw the opportunity and I had to take it.
What is okay?
Would you like some
The ro-
medicine?
That question.
Okay, the room itself, much like Bright's room, is completely devoid of color. There's like a dead tree in the middle of it. There's some stones.
Why the
There's
fuck does he have a
some.
tree in his room?
Oh, you never heard of having plants but not being good at maintaining them? I know all about that one.
Okay, continue.
Yep. And it's
Tree?
just very drear. And as the door opens, you can all see this inside, and you can all roll a knowledge nature, I guess. That's a 16 for Peril.
Let me check if I'm trained.
Oh,
24.
24.
Very nice.
Let's go.
I'm placing bets on that thing's gonna come alive.
So come along.
Why does our ranger have a +0 to his nature check? But our
Well, but he has
Yeah,
advantage.
barbarian. I have a 4 and I'm a bard, but I'm also gonna refuse.
Why does the wizard have a good intelligence checks? That's a good question.
That's intelligence. I get that. I'm more curious, like this design flaw here, Wizards of the Coast. The ranger is the one with the lowest nature check. All built-in characters.
The ranger has a -1
Yes.
for his
But-
intelligence
No,
modifier.
Yeah, because
No, yeah,
intelligence is a
yeah.
dump stat for a ranger. What do you know? Nature checks. You can't pass them.
Well, nature is different than survival.
Survival. Yeah.
Survival is
I
wisdom
know.
based.
I know.
I
But a
foraged
ranger
them
should be
berries really
at
good.
Both. That's a ranger. It's
Red berries are red berries. They all do the same thing.
Eat them all.
Until one of them kills you and the other one makes your brother go into a coma.
all I'm saying is Bear Grylls is intelligent or has intelligence and can survive.
Wait, why would intelligence be a ranger dump stat and not charisma?
Anyways, Peril, Ibis, and Terror, are you gonna roll?
No.
No? Okay. Ibis, this like graying of the world that seems to occur in there, you know what this means, and so does Peril and Panic somehow. You seem to have entered a subsection of the Shadowfell, maybe, where everything is gray and dreary and no happiness exists. There seems to be a small portion of the Shadowfell in this.
Well, this will be fun. I say we get through this room rather quickly as well. I guess I'm gonna walk up to the store as well and see if they're.
Back up. Hold up.
Peril.
Peril was waiting for the doorway to clear before he pushed off the wall to come flying through it.
I look at
You
this
don't want, like, a
shiny
barrier?
door that is metallic looking, I'm going to assume.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you up if you think about anything, fucking door. I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery on it.
What?
Okay. As you spit at the door, nothing happens. It's just a door. However, what does happen is as Peril floats into the room, landing on the tree, giving it a big old hug, you hear this ghastly, ethereal voice whisper behind you. Protect! As this wraith appears. Does not appear there, that's just my thing. It appears there. And it is going to get a surprise attack on you, Panic. As we now. And I need all of you to click your tokens and roll initiative for me.
I got hit with a bait and switch here.
Let me see here.
I realized my
Just
dice are
let me
purple.
grab
That's
those
cool.
stats.
Dice should match the color that you picked.
My character sheet isn't letting me pull it up anymore.
Yeah, that's nice. Try
Yep.
reloading, maybe.
Say downs. I do have a quick question to confirm before we're moving on here. Are
Yeah.
we doing that subclass change like we're talking about, or no?
Yeah, we probably could, but we haven't really discussed what that entails. So I'm gonna say maybe for next time.
Well, then I just won't use any of my bard abilities.
So, Jayla, as this spectrum, who tied my dice bag? Okay, give me half an hour to get this not open.
Probably like, okay, thanks, Mom, but no.
How dare
am
my wife
obsessed.
make sure all my dice don't flow out into the luggage?
I mean, then you don't lose your dice.
No, there'll be a
How dare
luggage.
she?
I honestly could probably go with losing a couple of mine, but I love them all.
They're so pretty.
I'm getting ready to teach Jayla how to turn them into earrings and necklaces.
We can turn dice into earrings.
Okay, so, Jayla.
Yeah.
Back to the. Oh yeah, by the way, it looks like this. Is what the wraith that has just appeared behind you looks like. And it is going to go for an attack on you, Jayla. That's probably not going to hit. 8 plus 6, that's a 14 to hit.
Meets it.
Somewhere?
It should be right. No,
There we go.
be gone. Okay, I forgot to clear out the initiative tracker from last time, apparently. 5, 17, 13, 20, yes.
So those are the right
Delete,
numbers for us,
delete.
I can roll that.
So, Jayla, did a 14 hit you?
Yeah, meets it.
Oh, if it meets it, it beats it. So, you take... let me just find enough dice.
That's
Is the
always a
music-
good thing to hear.
Is the music playing on your end?
Yes.
That's good, because some why it's not on my end. You take... 23 points of necrotic damage. No,
Okay.
sorry, 20 points of necrotic damage. And I need you to make a constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's amazing.
So, those 23 points of health, they are now gone as this creature drains your life from you. And your maximum hit points are reduced by 23. which means until you take a long rest, you cannot regain those hit points. So yeah,
We either need to kill this thing now or like run.
And that ends its surprise turn. So I'm going to roll initiative for it. Okay. Let me just add a turn, and let me just put that at a nice. There we go. So it's now
Oh.
Peril's turn.
Peril is going to push himself off the tree at it with his dagger.
Okay, yeah. Roll to hit.
Are we assuming that my dagger is unsharpened in this other plane?
You didn't specifically sharpen it beforehand, and whatever. If you did sharpen it like 4 days ago, that wouldn't apply anymore. So yeah. That's a 9. Unfortunately, that does not hit. As you go with your dagger and try to stab it, it just goes out of the way, and you actually pass through the thing, making you very, very cold and shivery on the inside, and you land on the wall behind it. No, you still have your second attack.
And push off that wall and try it again.
Okay, roll to hit. 26, that's better. Second time, you realize, oh wait, I have to aim at the corporeal parts, like above ground. I can't just aim for the floating parts at the bottom. And as you pass through and you hit the tree again, you do land, so you can roll damage. 10 piercing. As your dagger, usually your dagger, it's magical, right? So it would deal damage to almost everything. To this creature, though, it doesn't seem to have as much of an effect as you would expect it to.
I'm clicking the button when I hit 2.
When you what?
When it hit, I'm clicking the button.
Oh, you're clicking the button. Okay. So roll 4d10 plus 10.
Lots of dice.
So that is 42. Then roll a d8. So the wraith shifts from where it used to be and slams into the wall over here. And usually it just teleports away, but it seems the walls of this place disallow teleportation in or out, or at least out as far as you're aware. And you move the wraith over here.
Cool. That'll end my turn.
That ends your turn. Okay. Terror. It's now your turn.
Pro.
I'm here. Cast protection from evil on panic.
Mm-hmm.
My turn.
What you say that you end your turn?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So panic. Peril. Sorry. You feel protected. Panic. It's now your turn.
Okay. I'm going to come over here and then hit him with my great axe. Yeah.
Okay,
That's the
yeah.
word.
Roll to hit.
$13.
14 just hits. So you can go ahead and roll damage.
Nice.
Nice. 10 points. You slash into it with your magical axe enchanted by by Harkosh, the War Master of the Satyrs. And just like with Peril, you connect. It just doesn't seem to do that much. Like you're dealing damage, you're cutting up some of the like floating ropes around this creature as it shrieks at you, but you don't feel like you're doing as much as you could be doing.
Can I, my reaction to shout something out?
Since you didn't take a free action, I'll allow it.
I'll just be like, Pero, sink your dagger into the tree and leave it there for me.
Leave
Panic.
it?
You still have a second attack if you want to.
Why not? Sure, I try to do it again.
24 on that, definitely. It's go ahead and roll damage. Okay. Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
Ibis, it's now your turn.
I'm gonna move. Like, there's a tree in the way of me saying this, right?
There's a tree, like the root of the tree is at Peril's feet, so you can currently see the wraith. You're like just to the side of the trunk.
I'm still gonna move right here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just gonna cast a firebolt at it.
Okay, yeah. So roll to hit. $14 just hits. As you cast a spell, I need you to roll a D100 as well.
Where are these buttons out there?
81. Just like with Terror, as you cast a spell, it just the magic just flows so easily. Like your whole life training in the academy, you've been like fighting with the weave, trying to manipulate it to your will. Here it just bends to your fingertips.
Do we gotta
So you
roll
can
that?
go ahead and roll damage.
We gotta roll that every time we cast a spell?
You don't know. We'll see.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just, because I cast a spell.
14 fire. Okay, your firebolt shoots out, not arcing at all, just traveling straight ahead. And it lands. The fire engulfing the wraith, and then sort of dissipating, as it seems the wraith is giving off extinguishing features to this fire. Like none of its clothing catches on fire. Does it hits? It takes damage. Not very affected though. And yes, Terra, I forgot you cast Vicious Mockery, so you do need to roll a D100.
Well, I cast Vicious Mockery and I cast Protection from Good.
Oh shit, you're right. My bad. So 2 D100s then. You're good. Ibis, does that end your turn?
Can I look at this door? Like, is there the same thing that was on this door that was on the last one, or is it just empty?
Yeah, exact same. Just this silvery chrome door with the off blue orb in the middle.
Can I grab that orb, or would that take an action?
Trying to open the door would take an action, yeah.
Okay. Then that's my turn.
Okay. That brings us to the Wraith, which is going to go through you, Panic. And you get this horrible, like, just the drear, bad feel as it passes through you. Goes over here and is going to lunge at Peril. So protection from good and evil, what does that do exactly?
Not jack shit if he's not going to attack her.
No, but you cast it on Peril.
No, I cast it
You
on
cast
panic.
the panic.
The person
Oh, you
is
cast it on
down
Panic.
a third of their HP.
Okay, well, sucks to be Peril then. Let's see, that is an 8 again, plus 6, 14 to hit you, Peril.
Say that again?
14 to hit.
Nope.
As it reaches out its hand, skeletal, bony hand towards you and tries to touch your chest, you just back away and hover in place, and it does not touch you. Which brings it to the top of the round. I need everyone to roll a wisdom save, please, as you are in the Shadowfell. Okay. Panic. You start feeling bad. Like you don't want to be here anymore. You don't like this place at all. The rest of you are fine. Peril, it's now your turn.
What's the otter doing?
The otter currently float holding on to the back of Ibis's robe.
Cool. Para will push off from the tree to do the stabby McStabs again.
Okay, yeah. $25 definitely hits. And now, because it has a person next to it, you also get a sneak attack. Because Panic is next to it.
So you're cool if I just roll a 1d6 since it wasn't tagged onto that?
Why is that Colossus Layer that is tagged on?
Oh yeah, I forgot to tag that on too.
No, that's for the so you can roll Colossus Layer and sneak attack.
Since I didn't have them ticked when I did that attack, I have to just roll normal dice for that.
Sure.
So 1d8 for Colossus Slayer. And if you're saying I get sneak attack, that's a d6.
Mm-hmm. So that is a 5 plus 6 plus 1. That is 12. Yep. Same sensation, just passing through, feeling really depressed as you do so.
You just rolled a lot of ones.
That's a lot of ones.
Just rolled 3 ones.
And same thing again, push off from that wall, back at it.
Mm-hmm. $17 hits. So you can roll damage once again, but no modifiers this time. $9.
5.
Sorry?
5, no modifier.
Well, no.
No, he meant
no.
my Colossus Slayer sneak attack is what he meant.
Yeah, because it's not an offhand attack. It's still your multi attack, but no. Yeah,
Don't
Colossus
explain it to
Slayer,
me.
sneak
You're the
attack,
one who
any of
said
that.
no modifier. I was just correcting what you said.
Okay, moving on. Peril, as you move towards the tree, did you want to leave your dagger stuck in the tree?
Sure.
Okay.
Peril will stab the dagger into the tree.
As you pass through the wraith, you like hold the dagger in front of you, sort of Superman posing. And as you pass through the wraith, cutting through it again, you let yourself crash into the tree, leaving the dagger stuck. Terror. Or does that end your turn, Peril?
And since I'm ditching my melee weapon into the tree, Peril will push off into this corner.
Okay, yeah.
And that'll end my turn.
So now it's Terror.
Considering nothing seemed to happen when he plunged his dagger into the tree, that whole plan's mute. So, gonna point to the wraith and be like, "Will you fuck off, bud?" Cast
You cast Vicious Mockery? Is that what you said? Hello?
Yes.
Pro.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay, great.
I don't know why that casted twice.
Okay, so a wisdom save for the wraith. Let's see here. Wisdom. He fails. So he takes the full 5 points of psychic. And as you cast this, the wraith sort of lets out this like shrill shriek. As the psychic damage seems to be doing a number on it.
That's my turn.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't see that you rolled two different. We'll take the higher because that rolled first. Panic, your turn again.
Gonna use my great axe again. Yeah.
Okay. "12, unfortunately, does not hit.
Try again. And hope it works.
19 does hit. You swing once and it just passes through the ropes, passes through everything. You're like, huh, you need to aim higher. And you swing again and you feel it make at least a little bit of connection. So you can roll damage. Oh, it's a lot of damage. Okay, and finally,
I'm just gonna do Firebolt again.
okay, yeah.
So shoot.
"17 hits. Very nice damage. 15.
Do me and Fro also need to idea 100 again?
Yes, you do. Both of you. A T100, please. Yeah, you're both fine. It's like a joy casting spells in this place. Feels really good. Does that end your turn, Ibis?
Yep.
Okay, which brings us back to the Wraith. That's going to spin around. If it had heals, it would be using them, and it's going to lunge at Panic again. So, Tara, what does protection from good and evil do?
Advantage on attacks.
Disadvantage, okay. Well, it saved you from a natural 20, Jayla, so that's nice. That's still a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so roll me a Constitution save. You need to hit a 14. You still, though, take 10, 18, 21, 24 points of necrotic damage, but this you can heal. This hasn't been removed from you permanently. As the wraith just spins around and touches your chest once again, and you just feel life draining. Target also can be charmed right now.
Oh shit! It was a touch spell, so I would have had to move over to her. Back.
Okay, next time, because I mean, you would have moved and then moved back. You wouldn't have been in any danger, probably.
And honestly, back 15 foot.
Mm-hmm. So, back to the top of the turn. Everyone, wisdom save, please.
Have no modifier.
Yeah. You're all good. None of you roll below a 10.
Why is my wisdom save better than the Rangers?
So, Peril, top of the turn. You're in your corner. What do you do?
I'll use my
Nice.
free action to ask, now what do you want done with the dagger? I put it in the tree. What next?
Slit my fucking throat for all I care. Let's go.
And I'll notch a holy arrow and fire it.
Okay.
God.
Roll to hit.
Hold
Okay.
the fuck up here. We've had a holy arrow for 3 rounds of combat against a ghost, and it's just now coming up.
I so hope it doesn't go through said ghost. If it goes through
Listen.
said ghost, there's a person behind the ghost.
Listen, that's a 9 plus 4, 9, that's a 13. Just hits, like its armor class is 13. So go ahead and roll damage.
Well,
And
glad it didn't go
Colossus
through
and
the
sneak
ghost.
attack. Peril has no history of shooting people.
No, we're all good.
Let's not change that today.
Dogs aren't people. Anyways.
And I need to roll 1d8 for radiant damage.
Okay, 1d8 radiant.
As well.
Eight
Is it evil
Jesus
aligned?
damage.
What you say?
Is this target evil aligned?
It is. It is very
Then
evil.
I need it to make
Well, it's
a
neutral
DC
evil.
15 wisdom saving throw.
It fails, not one.
So it is now frightened of me for 10 rounds or until I break line of sight from it.
You spooked the spook and did 8
Yeah.
Jesus damage to it. All in 1 round.
Yeah, that is 8, 6. That is, well, that's doubled, so 16, 24. Wait, I need to. It doesn't matter. What does it look like when Peril kills a ghost with a holy arrow?
You know, like when you expect a really big firework to go off and it's just this little, like, just that little flash?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little, like, this is a depressing room, so it's just that tiny little unsatisfying firework that goes off that you expect it to be way bigger.
Yeah, you'd expect like the holy arrow to be like shining brightly, gleaming, filling the room with radiance. It's just like this small poof. But still, the wraith just shrieks as it's pierced by the holy arrow, and the radiance seems to like spread from its chest through its body, like the ropes becoming tattered, flying apart, and it disperses.
I
So, like,
And
do that
supernatural
as
has been
imagine
killed.
a bottle rocket, like just in like that little pathetic explosion they do.
That
Like,
is
a
exactly what I
half a
was going
second
for.
Pause, and then clouds just open as like holy light, as if like seeing depictions of like Jesus, saints and all that with the light shining down. Except for this thing's just frying in that light.
Oh, I was just imagining supernatural stab one of the demons or something.
But it's the most unsatisfying ball of light.
So
Like,
before we go
it
into
doesn't look
the next,
impressive. It's like literally a cheap ass looking like beam of light comes down.
Yeah.
before we go into the next room, can I drink this potion of greater healing? I'm
Sure.
not doing well.
You may definitely drink that potion.
Wait,
What-
wait. Come here.
And I'll remind you, next time you're fighting a necrotic panic, your rage, because you're a totem barbarian, does have necrotic damage.
Resistance.
I forgot to get big mad.
Before she drinks her potion, I will cast Cure Wounds on her using the citron.
Oh, the citron. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. So cast Cure
What
Wounds.
is Cure Wounds level 1?
D8 plus your charisma.
Okay, nice.
Plus 4, so 12.
And I believe, let me just check. Nope. So you heal for 12 points panic.
I'm good with that. Thank you.
Can't.
Once a day for free.
You all notice that Panic is looking a bit gray. Her usually vibrant blue skin is definitely losing color.
No, normally we use the expression "no need to be blue" when someone's looking down, but you're not looking very blue. Ironically.
What do you mean? My skin is literally blue.
Okay, moving on. I will not argue with a woman about the color. I've learned about this. I've hung out with plenty of Elven women. I'm just not doing it. Opening the door, grab the orb.
I am.
Be careful of the snake.
Okay.
Peril's gonna push off the wall back to the tree to grab his dagger.
It's a clever move. As you touch the door, again, very much like last time, the door shifts and changes form and becomes the same amorphous blob that's currently blocking your forward.
Let's not touch anything in the next room.
I'm gonna kneel down, get to like eye-ish level with the blob. I know it's a blob, but listen here, blob.
Well, it's about as it's about as tall as you. The one thing it's got going for it is that it's large. It's blocking the door.
All right, he's blobbish. Got it. So I won't bend down.
Mm-hmm.
All right, listen here, blob. I don't want to fucking kill you, but I can do it in one spell. I did it to your buddy over there. You just get out of the way. I am not in the mood.
As Terry is talking to the blob, Ibis, roll.
What? You cut out a bit.
Perception check.
That one. 19.
Okay, yeah. Notably, this blob has a seared area just around like the neck. Or what? Well, I mean the not the neck, but the narrow.
Fold.
Yeah. Notably, just where terror heated metal.
Can everyone back up real quick? From
Well,
this
for me
place?
twice. I don't want to die.
I have an idea.
Peril still clinging to the tree.
I'm just gonna step
I'm not
away.
dying today. I'm all the way over here.
I'm gonna cast a firebolt on it.
Okay, roll to hit.
Uh,
That hits, so you can roll damage. You shoot out a fireball from the palm of your hand, and it flies into the blob, and nothing happens. The fire just seems to seep into it, and it does not seem to be damaged by the fire.
okay, I wanna let me try one more thing.
No, I'm gonna stop you real quick. I'm gonna interrupt you. But like, what the fuck? The whole throw diplomatic shit out the window. Here, don't be an asshole. But I tried to talk to something, and you're like, oh, let me try fucking blasting it with fire. What is this?
It's bound to the same spot that you hurt the other one. I assume it's just the same thing. It will not talk.
We could
Fuck
slice it
I
in
guess.
half.
There we go.
Peril raises his hand. Can I try something?
Can I try one more thing first, and then I will let you guys do whatever you want?
Sit on this funny looking rock.
It's squishy, terror. Doesn't
Stay
feel
the
good.
fuck back.
The rock is squishy.
Resident Evil. That's gonna come alive.
Like when you
I'm
sit in
gonna.
a wet seat and you're like, nope, I messed up.
Yeah. It's
Peril's
a wet rock.
Peril's gonna climb higher in the tree, about 10 feet off the ground.
It takes literally no effort. You're weightless. Sorry, Ibis, what were you saying?
I'm gonna have everyone. I need to double check a distance. 5 feet away from me. So
I'm 10 feet up above you.
Yeah, you're good.
then I am going to cast a sword burst directly in front of it.
Okay, so roll 2 D100s for me. One for the firebolt and then... Yeah? You're just having a great time, Ibis.
Dude, we have stayed between the 35 to 85-ish range. 30 to like 85.
Yeah, no, you're rolling very good on the D100s. Yeah, and you guys don't know what you have to beat, but you're doing good.
And it needs to make a dex save.
A dex save. It auto
Yes.
fails.
Then it takes 2d6 force damage.
Okay.
So 5.
As you cast the spell, and this like these what does it look like when you cast Force Sword?
Basically, a bunch of swords surround me and spin
Mm-hmm.
and then disperse.
And
Doesn't it every creature
this
within
amorphous
5 foot?
Peril is 10 feet up. It's good. Yeah, the blob is sliced and diced and disappears, and the path ahead is clear.
Try not to touch things that look literally dead. And maybe we won't die this
Here we
time.
go.
Peril
Okay,
pushes off the tree.
wait. Let me reveal areas.
What is with the depression jokes?
Peril moves himself on the tree, angling down the hallway, and just pushes off, sailing.
Okay. By the way, I might add, the whole time that you guys are moving in this space, there is like the ceiling is always glass. You can only see out into the aether through the ceiling. So like the last room, everything was Shadowfell, except for that you can see through the ceiling. Just so you know.
Is Panic wearing armor?
Panic, are you wearing armor? I think you got a suit of armor, didn't you?
I believe I either have light or medium armor on.
Okay, then never mind if you are wearing armor.
Peril pushes off the tree 10 feet in the air above everybody and goes sailing down the hallway.
Okay. So this hallway, as you walk from the weights peril, go back to terror.
She's not wearing armor.
She's not.
Okay.
Okay,
As
sorry, I was gonna cast mage armor on her.
okay,
I'm
very
about
nice.
to-
So
Peril's about to find gravity, isn't he?
so how much does that increase her AC?
It's 13 plus whatever her dex is.
What's your dex,
She
Panic?
goes to 14. Does nothing.
Then never mind.
Her con's a plus.
Okay, never mind then. If
Do
it
you,
wouldn't
do you
do
cast
anything,
it? Do you cast it on anyone else, Ibis, or do you not cast the spell?
I don't cast it because
Okay.
if it's not going to do anything for her, then there's not a point in me doing it.
Protection
Yeah.
from good or evil lasts for an hour.
E.
So, walking from the Shadowfell into this corridor, it's like walking from night to day. Suddenly, the air is like the air you're not even breathing air. Whatever you're breathing in here is like moist. They're slightly humid, rather, and it's a lot warmer, and you just get filled with like a sense of happiness and joy, and you're so glad, and there's so much color in the world. The sky becomes vibrant again, the purplish glow of the astral plane, and you just never want to go back to that dark room again. Along the walls of the corridor, the green stuff you guys see is basically hedgerows growing up to the ceiling. And Peril, as you fly through, you would be hitting that wall. So I need you to roll a dex save for me, buddy. Uh, 13. That just saves, so you take half of this. So that is half of 9, will be 4 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. 14, okay. You resist the poison. As you
hallway
slam
is
into the
gonna
walls, there's thorns, and it sucks, and it's painful.
It's gonna make navigating down this hallway a little more difficult for me.
Peril, maybe we stop doing that for now.
I can fly. Let me fly.
You
You
will
like-
literally have to push off of each of these every time.
Would
It
you
is
like
a
one of us
price.
just to drag you by your arm or something?
Burn it.
It is a
Burn
it is a
burn
price
Burn it. Burn it.
Peril will take because he was not born with wings.
To be fair, neither was Panic.
I'm literally the only one here born with wings.
And you're the only one giving me shit
Terror.
for flying.
As you move down the hallway, I need you to roll me a sneak.
What if he's not being quiet and he's like stomping because he's angry?
This is okay. You're just stomping. Okay. Dex save.
Ah, good.
Fail. you take 6 points of piercing damage, and I need a con save as well.
But the thing I'm not
Okay.
trained in and don't have a bonus.
Yeah. As you stomp through the ground, you are cutting yourself on like the thorns on the side of like you nudge your right arm, then you nudge your left, it's tearing your clothing a little bit. Which seems, as it's being torn, seems to like magically reform and stitch itself together. So you have made your way over here. Panic, what are you doing?
First, I would like to ask Peril, would you like one of us to like drag you through? You can still float and won't have to touch the thorns.
Balloon peril.
Peril extends an arrow in his hand down for you to grab onto.
Okay, and then I would like calmly walk through.
You now have a Peril
Okay,
helium
roll a
balloon.
sneak for me then. Not for actually sneaking, but for moving carefully.
Ibis is just rolling his eyes.
You're rolling your head, Ibis, 180
Oh, no.
degrees each way.
Oh, yay.
Okay. So you do not, but Peril, you need to roll another dex save as you're being dragged as a helium balloon behind Panic. Okay. That's very good, but you still take 5 piercing as you're slamming into the sides, being pulled along. And con
Right.
save, please. Not Panic, just Peril. Because you're moving stealthily, Panic. Con save. Oof. Okay. You also take 11 poison, but you're not poisoned, which is lucky.
Cool.
Sorry.
Cool.
Better than
And
full force going into a wall.
Ibis. Yeah, you would have had to make like 4 of those check, Peril, if Panic wasn't pulling you.
Oh, Peril was gonna like take an arrow in each hand and like walk along the walls with them.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start making my way through.
Okay. Walking carefully or brashly?
Carefully.
Carefully. Roll a sneak or a stealth.
Really?
9. Sorry, buddy. Dex save. Okay, you take half of this. So that is 3 points of piercing damage and con save. And no poison. So as you make your way up behind, some of your feathers get caught on the thorns, but you're good. Terror. You see the room ahead. Let me just reveal some areas.
Remember to be careful in this
quick.
one too. We don't want another of what happened last time.
Panic.
As you walk
throw
in,
Peril into the room.
Throw you into the
Yeah,
room.
like you know, like as you're holding the arrow, just kind of like cast it like a fishing rod and let go, and just let me sail.
If you die, this is not my fault. And then I'd like do what he said.
You do it?
I'm above you. You're good.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, so
I
you
move out the way.
do you throw Peril, Panic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Peril starts floating down. There's a pond with running water in the middle. You go above. You go past the 3. there's a creature sitting on some rocks, just watching you, dumbfounded and confused as you float past. And a dex save.
Told you it's
He's-
not going to be my fault.
You take. It's almost like you enjoy this. 4 points of piercing damage and con save.
He's gonna kill himself on plants.
Yeah, oh, that's a shitty roll. You take 5 points of poison damage.
If you die, I'm just tying your foot to a rope and tying the rope around my arm.
Yeah, you go.
I'm
You
just
go.
gonna float.
You go face first into the poison plants, Peril, and the rest of you see as Peril floats past. Wait. There we go. You see a creature sitting, like I said, on the rocks, just watching Peril. And as you guys enter the room, you notice it seemed to strain slightly, like fight with itself. And finally, it seems to break free of whatever it's fighting against and call out with a loud voice in Elvish, in Sylvan, actually. Nope, Elvish, sorry. Which I believe Terror, Panic, and Peril speak. Ibis, do you speak Elvish?
Now I speak Sylvan.
Unfortunately, it does
That's
not speak
unfortunate.
Sylvan. Yeah.
I'll translate for you.
It calls out, "I will not be commanded by you, foul presence!" And it stands up, smiling, beaming at the four of you, and takes a deep bow to all of you. Except you, Peril. It seems to focus on the three people not in the poison flowers. And
Chilling.
call out,
I'm sitting on the ground, propped up against the wall, taking a breather.
Who are you? Are you going to kill us?
Fro?
Yeah, what's up? Hello? Can you not hear me?
Hello?
I can hear you.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I said I'm just gonna be sitting back, propped up against the wall, taking a breather. Like, literally sitting on the ground.
Okay. Yeah. The creature calls out to you. I am Althidon, the Eladrin of the Feywilds of Ferocia. There we go. Who are you? What are you doing here? And more pointedly, where
That's
Yeah.
Ibis.
Yeah, you
he
cut out at where?
did you get his name?
What are you doing?
Yeah. What are you doing here? And more importantly, where is here?
That's Ibis, the guy sitting as terror, and the head is in those poisonous plants is my brother Peril. Very sorry for that. I don't know where we are actually, so yeah.
I was taken here against my will. I don't know how long ago. I've been waiting here for ages, and you four are the first to appear. And as soon as you entered this room, I was compelled to kill you, which I would have easily. But alas, I resisted whatever pull this place has on me.
Well, I'm glad you didn't kill us. Would you like to come with us, maybe? And not kill us?
I would like to leave this place. Yes, I must return to the Feywilds. They need my guidance. If you serve your purpose, I will not kill you.
What is our purpose?
As you say this is going to look a little bit wonky. He does not disappear. Rather, he changes color, going from like a bright leafy green to a deep auburn, like colors of the autumn shade. And you all feel very contemplative as he says, "Yes, what is purpose? Truly." Peril, you have extracted yourself from the poison plants.
Peril's just chilling there.
Can I, because I just remembered I have this, could I have, so I'm able to do a ritual spell. It's normal casting time once a day. Could I have casted Comprehend Language on myself?
You want to do the ritual for comprehend language?
So I'm able to do the ritual, cast a ritual spell as its normal casting time once a day.
Yeah. Notably, that feat now applies to everything. Any ritual spell you can cast instantly.
Cool. Then
Also, notably, and I forgot to mention it, my bad, all spells you cast, both you and Terror and Peril, I guess, count as bonus action. You basically have quickened the sorcerer meta magic on all your spells.
Oh.
Yeah.
All the same turns except for.
Yeah, all the same terms, except you say as a bonus action, and then maybe you say as an action I punch. I'm a wizard, I don't hit. But
Well,
still.
Technically, you're able to cast a cantrip and a spell in the same turn.
Yeah. So my bad.
Well, if I'm able to cast it as a bonus action and then do one as a... Never mind. It's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna cast Comprehend Language on myself so I can understand what's happening.
Mm.
And
You now hear the Aladdin say, as it straightens up, say, "Very well, you four shall be my retinue, and we will conquer this place, and I will return to my glorious palace in the Feywilds. Let us move."
Do you have any way to move the poison branches so like we don't have to walk through poison bushes?
She just smiles at you, panic, walks out on the water, notably walking on the water. Another Jesus reference today. Walks over and says, "Greens, whose color I do like, kindly move."
That's you, Backlash.
Peril takes an arrow, pokes one of the bush branches so he just floats away a little bit.
Yeah, going like slightly off center. And once again, you see the creature shift, which she does not disappear, but the come on, the auburny autumn colors shift into instead this blazing yellow summer look. There we go. As it steps up and it calls out with a very loud, commanding voice, "Be gone!" And you guys see all the poisonous plants of that hallway just shrivel up. Shit, that deleted the door.
Silver door.
Door go
Got
weak.
it.
Yeah.
While we're in this room safely, can I try something?
Sure.
I'd like to do something.
Can I think float? and try and float off the
You
ground.
think float, and yeah, you do so. Gravity disappears, and you are now in a state of peril, but not like danger, but like literally peril.
Okay, so like Carol's been doing, can I push myself off this wall and right before I run into panic think stop?
You can, yes. You push yourself off the wall, and as you get just across panic, you close your eyes, preparing for impact. You stop.
Yay, I wasn't pushed into it again.
No inertia, no nothing. You just stop, like you were never moving.
Hey Carol, there are much easier ways to move around in here without having to run into stuff every time.
Not gonna lie, that's been half the fun of this.
Okay, so at the very least, this way you don't run into, like, poisonous plants that want to kill you?
I'll
That's
just
no
burst into
fun.
flames next time.
While they're
How-
doing this, I'm gonna be casting Healing Word to top everybody off.
Okay. So who do you cast Healing Word on?
I assume I could feel that I'm not losing spell slots, so I would just spam the heal.
Oh, you're losing spell slots still.
Oh, I thought you said that. I must have misheard. Then I'm not
R-
casting any heal.
Ritual spells
Okay.
can be cast just fine.
Yeah, you can cast ritual spells instantly. Terror, as you were sitting down to rest and you stand up, you don't really feel rested. You don't really feel any difference at all.
I mean, it was
So
a
you
mental break.
can roll. Yeah, sure. But you can roll an insight on that if you'd like to.
I mean,
Or
he
you can roll.
literally sat down for a minute and a half, if that.
Okay, sure.
It's
Anything
really just
else,
like,
you guys?
oh, okay, that's the 7th dimension. This.
Counting them on the fingers, running out of fingers. So,
Sorry,
do you
I
guys
think it's
follow
6.
Yeah, I'm gonna
as
look
the
up to the door again.
Eladrin walks ahead?
Peril's gonna
And
touch each
stops.
of his arms quickly and cast 2 uses of Cure Wounds.
Okay, roll 2 D100s for me, please.
He's gonna be the one to roll one.
It's a backlash. No, 48
Damn.
Perfect.
and 46. You're good. Yeah. As you cast spells for the first time in this place, just feels so good. The magic just flows. So you can roll 2 Cure Wounds.
Why can't I remember how to do that?
D8 plus your wisdom.
Oh, D8 plus 2 times 2. So 8. And 8 is 16.
You heal for 16 points.
Cool.
Does this door
Ibis,
have the same thing as before?
exactly the same thing.
Walk up and grab it like we have then.
Panic, can you pull me along? I'm floating in the middle of the area.
Yes, I will pull you along.
Does it
The
look
door
like it has,
disappears and the blob appears.
does it look like it has marks like the previous one did?
It does, yeah. It's got some cut marks from the force damage, and it's got some burn marks from the fire damage.
I'm going to try.
And before you do anything, the Aladdin pulls out its sword and says, "Begone, foul creature!" in Elvish, and slashes at it.
That was
Oh yeah, natural 20. And slashes straight through it. And the creature disappears again, shifting into nothing, being sliced in half. And the Eladrin calls to you, the four of you, onwards! One second, let me just write something down. Yes. You
Just gonna start moving ahead again. Having our
As the
new friend go first.
As the Eladrin is leading charge, you approach this room. Let me just reveal that area. As it crosses the threshold to the next room, it goes like one leg first. That leg withers, rots, and dies, and you see the Aladdin stumble backward, falling on its behind in the grass, looking at the now stump leg from like half the calf down. And you hear it say in Elvish, "What in all blazes?"
Try flying.
Can I have one of you translate for me to him? Because as I can understand him, I can't speak to him still.
Yeah, I'll still be translating.
Yes.
Could you tell him that I don't think he can leave this room?
Ibis doesn't think that you can leave this room
And to try flying.
and to try flying.
As realization sets in, you see the Aladdin that's been burning like a fiery hot yellow with passion in its eyes slink, and you feel the air gets colder and colder as it turns blue,
Hey.
and it turns cold, and it turns
That's not
sad,
good.
and its leg regrows just color, and it just walks past you back towards the pond and sits down. As it walks past, it is cold. Real quick.
As I can't speak to it directly, could somebody else speak to them and I will check out the next room?
Panic, throw me.
I throw Peril.
I need all of you to roll a wisdom save for me. That I couldn't. What?
Never mind, I'll just roll the wisdom save.
So, but if you want to do something beforehand, you can. What was that?
Too late. I was gonna say he laments that he couldn't fucking get the spell description to go in chat quick enough. Because I was gonna.
What were you gonna?
No, don't worry about it. I still gotta figure out how to get it to actually shoot the spell description, not just what the save is.
As the now ice cold Eladrin walks past you, Peril, Ibis, Terror, you're all good. Identify.
I'm just trying to see if mine works. Can you not just?
I love how Ibis. You need an owl feather to cast that spell.
Are you not able to just click the little like talk thing next to it, Fro?
I think it's because Fro is doing it from D&D Beyond.
I'm doing it from D&D Beyond.
Oh. Then I have no clue.
It's raining really hard out.
Panic.
Oh, there it is. Okay, we can continue.
Speaking of rain, Panic, you are currently charmed for a minute, and while this charm makes you very, very sad, you feel probably the same sadness that the Eladrin is currently feeling, as its sorrowful presence is affecting you, and life is just awful, and you want to sit in a room and cry.
Say it on.
Yeah.
Does she still have that thing that Terror cast on her?
I mean, even with advantage, she rolled a 7.
But it says the target can't be charmed.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. If I read more, apparently if
Wait.
you read a full sentence, it makes more sense.
One.
Ignore me.
No, it can't be charmed.
Yeah, it can't be charmed by them. Creatures, aberrations, celestial elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. Okay, yeah. Oh, you resist the charm. You're not. What am I talking about?
Peril did good.
Possessed.
You just got happy. Peril did
So-
very good.
Cast that
Peril did
on
good.
Panic.
I know, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
who failed. I
Panic's
was
the one that
clarifying
failed.
for Panic.
Okay, I thought you were saying that I did on Peril. I'm like, no.
No, but
No.
Peril did good by being confused and misreading something.
You did. You did very good, Peril. Have a cookie.
I want
Does
a
the spits
cookie.
count?
Panic, you start feeling sad, and then the spell that Terror cast kicks in, and you're like, nah, I'm not sad. Let's move on.
Panic threw Peril into the room.
Oh, okay. Peril, you're at the wall.
Yay!
I wanted to find out that this room was actually just disintegrating people, and Panic just Peril just
Okay, so notably, this room reminds you of the first room that you were in, the entrance area. Also notably, Peril, you guys can step back a little bit, because Peril, as you are thrown through the wall, you actually land here, because this room is so. It's very hard to illustrate this on the map, but basically the hallway you guys are coming through is the middle of the ceiling of this room. So you're not coming through the wall here, you're coming through the ceiling here, looking down. So basically this structure is not made with gravity. So the floor that Ibis is currently standing on would count as this wall had he walked into the room. Does that make any sense? I'll
So
take that as a no.
So basically, this right side is technically the center of this room.
Okay, so technically, and I'm gonna make this black.
Lightning.
This is not an opening. This is just wall. And the opening that you guys are standing on is in the middle of the ceiling of this room. So when Panic threw Peril, Peril fell face first into the middle of this circle. Because that would be the trajectory he would have going down instead of side.
Yes.
Basically gravitated from being to the side to being down. Or at least the orientation of the building did.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. Thank you. Did you get that? Panic? Terror?
Yes.
Backlash?
Mm-hmm.
You're following, Fro?
Yes.
Fro? Oh, okay.
I said, did you
Sorry.
fall asleep?
No,
No,
you,
I
you
just
cut
had to
out for a
turn my
second.
noise gate up, so sorry. Can't be just be like,
Mm.
because it won't pick it up. I got to be a little louder.
So, Ibis, in your mind, you just change direction of gravity and you gently float
Mhm.
and land on the circle. Do the other two of you follow?
I'm just gonna wait for them to figure this out.
Okay.
Peril pushes
Like
off
in
in the circle towards one of the pillars about 10 feet up.
the,
If he can do that from understanding the room.
no, because you're actually like face flat on the circle, and you would be. Let me think here. If you're face flat on the circle landing, you didn't shift gravity. You're just floating currently. So unless you want to concede and admit that there's gravity at some point, you're just hovering like a few inches off the ground, while Ibis and Panic are standing next to you.
Peril holds out an arrow to be dragged along.
I will drag him along.
You lift up your brother.
You realize you could stop helping him and he wouldn't be able to do this anymore, right?
Let him have his fun. He's the only one here that can't fly.
Thank you.
So, Ibis, roll an Arcana check on the ground you're standing on the circle.
Are you?
Wow. Peril looks really weird as he's floating there. You should stop doing that.
I'm good at one thing.
Had Arcana checks.
You're stealing my Nat 1 thunder.
Don't worry, I'll start making you roll strength saves. Ibis, you'll be good at those.
I think I have actually rolled good strength saves.
Yeah, you do.
He has this really weird obsession with casters and strength saves. I'm telling you.
I'm so upset. I was like,
So,
yes, I get to use my intelligence.
Oh no!
so you guys are in this just completely square room with a hole in the ceiling where Terry's currently looking down at you, I assume with a pouty face. And there's two doors. One to your left and one to your right. And there is a large circle on the ground with symbols on it and what looks to be almost like a keyhole in the ground.
Can everyone move off of this real quick so I can just see what the symbols look like again? Just so we can actually see.
While they're standing on the pillar, I cast Thaumaturgy, and I'm like, "Hey, Tony!
What?
Fuck you!
What's your name?
What's your name?"
Oh,
Oh, good shit, good shit.
Terror, as everyone has moved away, you now have a clear view of the whole circle. Roll an Arcana for me. Roll better than the wizard.
I'm gonna be pissed.
Can Peril roll one?
We'll see how Terror does first.
Fro.
What? Sorry.
He said,
Roll Arcana.
Okay.
I have a fucking +8 in Arcana, and I had to roll a 1.
Yeah, literally, if you had rolled a 2, you would have got it. It was a DC 10.
Of fucking course it was.
You do, though, Terror. Notably, this circle seems to be, surprise, surprise, magical. And it seems to be possible to activate it with whatever that keyhole is, but you don't have what you need to activate it. So who knows what it'll do?
Probably need some sort of key to activate.
Ibis, as it says that, you now realize, duh, it's magic. How did I not get this?
Could try using all the fucks I don't give about this stupid fucking place. Still pouting.
Do you have another emotion than that?
Can I poke it with an arrow?
What do you want to poke?
The keyhole? Or the...
Okay, yeah.
Panic takes a step back, not trusting this.
Can you push me in its general direction close enough so I can do this?
Yes, I would push you before I left.
As you float to the hole, Peril, you float past and you hit the wall.
Can you just stand on the ground of this one room and then you can just float again?
Peril's just going to stare at him.
Oh wait, never mind.
If you're going there, Panic, you actually have to push up from the ground and like float into the hole, change gravity again.
No, I thought he said walk over there and like just... I don't know what I heard. I'm just gonna stand over here.
Okay. Peril, as you push past and you try to jam the arrow into the hole, you do so. It doesn't do anything. Like, the hole does not seem to react to your arrow.
Peril will put the arrow away.
Do both of these doors have the little from...
Oh yeah, both of them. The small orbs.
Can
Same as before.
Can I activate both of them?
I mean, you'll have to touch one and then touch the other, unless you can touch both somehow.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna walk over and just push Peril to the other one.
Peril, whee!
So I'll go to this one. And then just have us both grab the orb at the same time. And see what
As
happens.
you do so, zhloop, zhloop, you now have two of the amorphous blobs ahead of you, and I'll just place that there.
Do they, if I look at them both, do they both have the marks from before?
Yep. They both have the marks from before. I'll just reveal like this.
Can I... Okay. Then can I take out my dagger and stab the one above me?
Okay, you want to stab it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Take your dagger, roll to hit.
Man, I'm using my dagger. Who would have fucking guessed?
I mean, your arcana is shit, so you obviously can't do magic. You stab it. You stab it with your piercing dagger, and you push into it, roll damage.
How do I roll? Is it that button? Okay.
There we go. And the blob just, once again, not surprising you anymore, disintegrates. Notably, you look over your shoulder. You turn your head 180 degrees to look over your shoulder, and you see a piercing wound sort of appear on the one ahead of Peril.
Peril, will you do me a favor? Will you just smack that one with your dagger?
First, Peril would like to try and speak to it.
Okay, yeah. What do you say?
He would like to try and say hi in Primordial.
Okay, you say so. 1 second.
And if that doesn't work, Infernal.
Okay.
And if that doesn't work, Draconic. And if that doesn't work, Sylvan and Elvish. And if all of those fail, he's just going to try Common.
It's unfortunate you don't speak Underdark. No, I'm joking. You say hi, hey, shalom, sha. Doesn't seem to react to anything. It's just standing there, like observing you, maybe looking at you, and you don't get any reaction.
Can Peril just poke it with a finger?
You poke it with a finger. It's squishy. It's like poking. It's like oobleck. If you just push gently, your hand goes into it. And then if you hit it, if you push harder, it just stops. It's like a non-Newtonian fluid.
Slowly hit it with your dagger.
I meant like the back of your dagger.
Well, that is dangerous. That's where the switch is.
Peril
not
disappears into the
have-
astral plane.
Do you not have another dagger than that dagger?
No.
Can
Wait, you don't?
We don't speak of that other dagger.
All
What is-
right.
Can you punch it then? I'm trying to achieve a goal here.
Peril backhands the orb.
Roll an unarmed strike.
Is that D4?
No to hit
D20
first.
plus strength.
Well, first you have to roll to hit. 1 second. Yeah, D20 plus strength.
There's a 14.
I thought it
Yeah,
was gonna be a
that
1.
hits. Roll a, is it a D2?
They don't make a D2. D4 halved?
Yeah.
Wait.
I think it's
Let
just 1 bludgeoning damage.
Let me just check. One second. How much damage does a punch deal?
I think it's just 1 bludgeoning.
So it's
Swift
one.
backhand?
It's one. It's 1 plus your strength modifier.
So 1 plus 1.
2. Yeah. So
Quick
2.
maths.
You deal 2 points of damage. You backhand, and it looks at you for a moment, and you could swear it looks hurt and sad that you would do such a thing, and then disintegrates.
Peril feels kind of bad now.
You get flashbacks to the child harpy.
No, we don't go there.
I cast
Oh, don't
thaumaturgy
worry,
on
it's-
my voice. I turn around and be like, "Hey, Mr. Aladdin, fuck."
Do you say that to the Aladdin? Yeah,
I said Aladdin.
yeah. But you say to the Aladdin. Gotcha. You see it just slowly turns its head and go, huh,
I might have an idea.
huh.
Okay, Jesus.
This is like Minecraft villager noises.
Huh. Huh.
Yeah, you know what? Never mind.
But the poor person is just gonna rot here.
We can talk to him when we get out of here. What's in this room above me?
Okay, you want to look in the room above you. Oh, goody.
I assume I can see in
So,
it.
yeah, no, you can see without problem. Have you ever heard of Baphomet?
I believe so.
Okay. So, as you look into the room ahead, you see a demon lord just sharply turn its head and look towards you. Do you speak Abyssal?
I understand Abyssal right now.
Oh yeah, you have comprehend language. You hear as all these demons turn their
Motherfucker, you know
heads
someone's gonna have
toward
to
you.
that, right?
It doesn't sound like a me problem.
Guess who just volunteered?
And and start charging towards you, Ibis. And you have been roll a wisdom save real quick.
I'm still in this first room, right? I didn't
Yeah,
step
roll
in there.
a wisdom save.
Can Peril start pushing himself down this other hallway?
You're just gonna leave him to the demon lord?
Peril wasn't looking behind him, and unless he like clearly heard
You would
that,
have heard. You would. The entire dungeon clearly heard that.
What language was that, by the way?
Abyssal.
Abyssal? Okay.
That's a 19, and what's his save? Okay, 22. You start walking towards him into this room that stinks of brimstone and sulfur. And as the demons are just about to reach you, Squishy Mage, you hear a sound from outside in the astral plane, a sound more terrible than the Baphomet that just spoke. And you see, if you will turn your attention to the astral void, this creature of that size appear, and with both claws, it like grabs on to the room that you're standing in, like that long rectangular room, and just like the sound it emits. I won't try to replicate because editing purposes. It is absolutely terrible, and you see a hole, like a slight crack appear in the wall, and the lesser demons start pouring out, disappearing into the astral plane. And the large demon just seems to be sort of like glitching. Like something weird is going on. The whole room is like changing shape, changing color. For 1 second there's a demon lord, the next second there's a puppy, then the demon lord is back, and finally there is a beam that shoots out from the dungeon itself, from the containment, the astral dreadnought square in the chest, and you see it slowly draw back, screaming, watching its gaze falling. You feel like you can't cast a spell, you can't do anything, and then it slowly turns its head and glides away, not managing to penetrate the magic shell of this place. And all the demons have either been sucked out and consumed, or they have just glitched out of existence, like a video game glitch almost. It was there, and then it what's it called? No-clipped through the floor and gone. And you're standing in an empty room with the ceiling still being glass, so you still see the astral dreadnought looking down at you, but for the moment he seems unable to touch you.
So Nathan.
So yeah,
Nathan knows who Bahamut is. Does Ibis know who Bahamut is?
roll a knowledge religion.
was that Peril's dad by chance?
That's what I was trying to ask the whole time.
What?
that's what I wanted to do the whole time. I just wanted to poke my head and be like, hey, do you know who my dad is?
What?
Notably,
I'm so confused.
notably,
Ibis does for some reason.
okay, yeah. First of all, notably, demons do not breed tieflings. That's what devils do. This was a demon lord, not a devil lord. So no, that was not your dad, Peril. Ibis, you would know that to be one of the rulers of one of the deepest levels of the abyss. Does Nathan know about the abyss?
Yes, I know.
Many levels and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was one of the leaders of one of the deepest levels of the abyss. That just tried to kill you, but then was killed. And you get the sense that that was a major defense mechanism of this place, calling upon an abyssal lord, that just got taken out sort of on accident, maybe, by that astral dreadnought wanting a snack.
Well,
By the way,
apparently,
that is 2 size. That's how big it was.
but by the way, Ibis
Yeah.
turns around and sees everyone else has just fucked off.
You coming, Ibis?
So Tara grabs the orb that's in the door. But clearly your friend Ibis is dead. Like, he poked his head in there and so much shit was going on that he's like, nope, I guess not.
It wasn't our dad. We kept going.
Ibis, if there ever was a time you saw your life flash before your eyes.
I'm just gonna yell back and be like, "This room is clear now, and I think the more dangerous way would be faster, probably."
The 3 of you feel a chill run down your spine as you're like, Jesus, how much power does that fuck?
I don't trust devil ghost birds. And then I'm gonna grab the orb on the door. I am not
There is
turning around.
there is no orb on that door, Terror.
I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna look at the door like you're the worst door yet.
There's a handle, like a normal door handle.
I don't trust it.
I turn around. We're all dead in this place.
Should we kick it down rather than touch the handle?
So I'll join you in solemn death until time gets us.
Peril
do
will
I
use an arrow tip to open the door handle.
Ibis,
How the
first of all,
fuck do you do
Ibis,
that? I
Ibis,
need to
do you
know this.
return? Do you return to the rest of the party?
before I do, can I see these other 2 doors if they have orbs on them or not?
This door right here has an orb, the top door. This door is completely flat.
I'm gonna
Like
start
no
walking.
handle, no orb, nothing.
I'm gonna risk dying. I'm gonna start walking to that top door.
Just start walking to the top door. Okay, let's split the party. That's a good idea.
Tieflings stick together.
We'll get back to you, Ibis. Peril, do you open the door?
I
Like,
stop him. I'm like,
hang on.
Wait.
Is this a door knob or a door handle that you grab and turn?
It's a door handle.
So
I'll
I
kick it
use an
down.
arrow and I
Wait,
push down
wait,
on the latch.
Wait, and I stop him. I knock first.
Just to be polite.
You rap on the door. No response.
Okay, now that we were
step
polite.
around the corner and be like, all right, good luck dying.
Panic. You hear this weird knocking noise from behind you.
That was funky. Okay, you want to try the arrow now?
Peril uses the arrow to push down on the handle.
You push down on the handle. The door gently glides open and reveals a... And as you walk through, there you go. You're in this corridor. And you keep walking down. And it bends and you see Terror standing there. Panic, do you walk through the door?
Oh, I was very confused. Yeah?
Yeah. You're here now. And you see Peril just standing with his mouth slightly agape as he does, looking at something.
Look, see if anyone's there. Nobody's there. Quickly run to catch up with them.
You walk into the back of Panic.
Peril pushes off the wall over to here and then back through the doorway again.
You hit Terror.
I want to kick the door. Oh, wait,
Door's
it's already open.
The door's open. As you guys are marinating in that, Ibis, you touch the door.
Real quickly, one second.
And
Man, it's just too far away. Okay.
Ibis, do you know the spell? What's it called? Like tactical retreat? No, wait, that's not the one. Okay, I'm gonna have to give you. There we go.
Nope.
I'm gonna have to give
I
you
do.
that one
I
someday.
do know it. I do know it. I don't have it prepared.
Hey, okay. No, I'm no reason. As you touch the door, the spell protecting this hallway releases, and the dreadnought is like. No, I'm kidding. A blob appears. But wouldn't it have been?
Oh, it would have been great if that thing killed me.
I mean, okay. So above game, you get that thing is literally the only thing so far that could kill you, because if you die in the astral plane while projected, you just go back to your body. But the astral dreadnought can literally sever your connection to your body. So yeah,
Ibis.
amorphous blob appears
Above
before you.
game.
Yeah.
What happens if I click my dagger on it?
Well, first of all, you'd have to get out to it, and if you were outside of this building, you wouldn't be alive.
But
You would be in its
hypothetically, if I
stomach.
could click my dagger on it,
If you could click your dagger on it, it would move it. It would move it. 4d10 plus 10. Your dagger would fucking explode, but it would move it above 50 feet, which is like half a pace for this creature.
Noted.
I just love the art.
That it literally scoots it back like 2 inches.
Yeah.
Look up.
And your dagger's gone.
I'm real quickly. Work with me here, and just cast. Is it message? Not sending, but the cantrip.
Yeah.
Message and just
Message.
Just go. Hey guys, I found another one of these up here. If you want to come this way.
Roll a d100, Ibis.
Having our own problems here, bud.
Who's he casting it to?
50. Very middle.
Who'd you cast it to?
Who did he cast it to?
Panic.
We're having our own problems, bud. We'll be there in a minute.
I'm gonna walk back up to this thing and start looking through my spells to try and figure out what I need to do to get to this door.
Okay, we are going to return to the tieflings. At this point, you walked around like through the hallway, all three of you as a group, probably 4 or 5 times.
Hey.
And you start realizing at one point, Peril drops an arrow, and then as you return to the arrow and see it again, you're like, yeah, okay, this is the same hallway.
Yep. Hold up. We're experimenting now. Get to the other... Peril, get to the other door.
Pushes off the wall.
Alright, open my door.
Peril gets slammed in the face with a door.
Poke my head
Para-
through.
Peril flies back to this wall from being hit by the door.
Terror's head pokes through.
How do we get out of said doors?
Welcome to Walmart.
Welcome to
This
Chili's.
is a Jehovah's Witness wet dream.
So shut the door. Open it.
Yeah, you've gone through. Okay. As you walk through the door that way, we're going to cut back to Ibis.
Okay.
Ibis, amorphous blob.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast. It's unfortunate I can't use any more cantrips or first level spells, so that sucks. I'm gonna do Tasha's Mind Whip on this, but I'm gonna do it as thunder damage.
Okay, yeah. Roll a d100.
Why is my computer doing this? That button.
Yeah. So roll to hit with Tasha's Mind Whip.
It is a saving throw.
Mm-hmm. It auto fails, so roll damage.
How much damage is 36?
Oof. It is gone. Gonorrhea. So let me just reveal.
There
As
we
you
go.
look inside the room, and very quickly, I'm going to explain this to you. As you walk into the room, you naturally check for traps or anything like that. There's nothing. This seems to be the second you step out of the abyss room, you feel relieved. Like it's not as hot, it doesn't stink, and you don't feel like you're going to die at any moment. And also, you can't see the dreadnought anymore, so that's nice. In this room, there is nothing except a very, very large door with 4 grooves on it that have these symbols. So that's not actually on the floor. On the door. And in the middle of each of these triangles is a hole.
So is it on the door like this, or is it like left to right?
No, it's on the door like this. So this here would be on the left of this door.
So
So
top left.
So
bottom
that
left.
symbol there is here.
Okay.
That symbol here would be on the bottom here.
Okay.
And on each of these triangles is like a 1 foot by 1 foot opening that goes about half a foot in, and then nothing more. Oh, and I forgot to say, in the middle of the door, right here, and I completely forgot to add this. I was going to add this in post, so let me just do that real quick. Is that like an off blue orb like the other doors? Touching it does nothing, if you're thinking about that.
Can I try rotating the symbols?
That they do not rotate. They are hewn into the metal of the door.
Can I
As
walk?
you...
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, as you think on this, we're going to back to terror, because as you solve the incredibly hard puzzle of walking backwards through the repeating hallway, you walk into this room. Also, peril and panic from where you're standing, you would see your brother disappear into an actual room. And sitting behind the desk is what you first think to be and then you're like, no, wait, that's not a tiefling, that's a devil, like proper. Peril, you walk in and the first thought is, father? No.
Peril would
Daddy?
say that.
No,
Daddy?
he's not your dad. Not every tiefling / demon is our father.
As you walk in, you see this devil sitting behind a desk with a large book, and he looks up, and he's got like tiny glasses on, and he goes, finally, I have been waiting for visitors. Come in, please close the door. I heard you knocking, but you knocked on the wrong door, I'm afraid. Come in,
bro,
sit
your
down.
doors are messed up.
I'll have them fixed. You know what? He claps, and you hear a... There you go, normal hallway.
That's cute.
Well, allow me to introduce myself. I am... he looks a bit like this. With a very large book. And I assume you are here to make progress on your quest to retrieve the artifact. Are you not?
We walked through a door?
Well done. And he gives you a large smile, Panic.
I love that
And he
Panic doesn't realize that
Yeah.
we're trying to actually retrieve something.
Yep. Barbarian. He slams down the book, opens it, and he goes, well, if you will just sign here, I will let you pass, and you can continue on your adventure. I was commanded to protect this place, but then that dreadful, naughty dreadnought hit it, and we had a chance to break the mind, and now all I want is your souls, and I will let you on your way.
Wait, our souls?
What if we already gave that away?
Well, when you die, it's the thing.
What if we gave that
still
away
have
already?
your souls. You're still alive. When you die, you give your souls. I'll be honest, I've not met that conundrum before. I'm sure I can work something out. Have you given your souls away?
Second
Didn't we
question.
Did
Do you have
kill?
a coffee?
There's a cup of coffee. It smells like... I was gonna say off-brand coffee, but there's no such thing. It's like the inferior version of... It's decaf. Decaf coffee. There we go.
That's just bean juice.
Ibis.
It's just bean juice.
You are back in the room, Ibis.
Which room?
The top room. You haven't left, have you?
I wanted to start going towards the bottom.
Yeah. You can conclude that there doesn't seem to be anything you can achieve in that room at this time. Your game character has like very odd things. I might come back here later for no reason other than letting the player know they're not supposed to be there yet. You walk through the room, you have the eye of the dreadnought on you at the whole time, just following you as you walk, and you try not to look at it, and you have like a cold sweat run down the back of your owly feathers. You make your way to that room, you walk into the hallway. It's a completely normal hallway, and you don't know how the others could waste so much time just walking down that hallway.
Before I do,
yeah.
Do these symbols rotate if I try and move them?
No, they don't. They are hewn into the ground with what seems like magical tools.
Unfortunate. All right. Then yeah, I'm just gonna walk into this.
Yeah, just a completely normal hallway, and you walk through, and you walk in, and Abaddon goes, we are now the whole family united.
Hey, he
Now
actually
then,
did
Mr.
fix the
Bird.
door.
Hey, Ibis. We need you to sign here to retrieve the artifact.
It only takes your soul.
Not making a deal with the devil.
Are you
Come on
implying he is the devil based on his looks?
I'm implying he's
That
a
is
devil
highly.
based on the fact that he's a devil and I just saw a demon lord before. Yeah, probably.
Ibis.
Demon
Wait a
lords.
minute.
Ibis.
They're so brutal. They're so. I am going to kill you. I just want to make a deal, man.
Ibis, look around the fucking room, bud. Maybe not the right crowd to pull the whole make a deal with the devil thing.
He's a literal devil trying to
Dad?
take our soul.
Panic turns to you. Do you have a problem with devils?
Dad?
He's
I
Peril,
am
he's
not your
our dad.
father. Am I green, sir? I am not your father.
I mean, we're brother
I
and
might
sister,
have
and I'm blue.
known your father. Come to nah.
Points
Sorry,
at Chair. His dad?
That man I have never seen before in my life, and when looking at him, I can only half see him. He doesn't even seem to really be here. No, I'm not his father.
But, like,
It-
me and
Peril
him are
drinks his
different
hot
colors.
bean water.
It's decaf coffee. It's coffee without reason.
Yeah, bean juice.
Is there, if I look around this room, is there a way to proceed through this room?
Looking around this room, there seems to be nothing except this guy sitting at his desk, some bookshelves, and a very hot blazing fireplace behind him.
I pull out my tome and I set it on his desk. Maybe like, you seem to like books. Maybe this might interest you.
He takes the book and he opens it, starts flipping the pages. Mister, this book is blank. How would this be of interest to me?
I have this book
In
I was
my
told not to
head-
open.
In my head,
No.
Yeah?
I talk to Vonks.
You attempt to. You get no response. It would seem Vonks has not gone with you to the astral plane.
Well, good. God's fucking worthless and not helping when we need the help. That's great. Then I'd be like, I'll take the book back. And be like,
I have a book I was told not to open.
No,
Yeah,
please
that
don't
was the
hand
one I
him.
was talking about.
Please don't hand him that book. Do you have the key that I need to mess with the other room?
Well, I know where the key is. I do not have it on my possession, but I can tell you how to get the key.
Or I could just go find it myself, right?
He lifts his hand and sort of like slaps it gently on the table. And Peril, you slam into the ground. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as he has grounded you.
Can I have a refill on my fake bean water?
It's refilled. Somehow you can see the bottom of the glass. It's very thin, and it's decaf. Now then, and he pushes the book a little bit forward again. Just sign here.
Again,
And
not signing my soul away.
honestly, I am the eternal fire. I can do this all day.
Do these books in this room, do I recognize any of them?
We're tieflings. Do we even have souls?
They're all adult books.
Of course they are.
They're like placed in a very sophisticated manner, but reading the back of the books, nah.
Do we even have souls?
Tieflings have souls, yes.
So I'm looking for a
Good to know.
key that
Notably, your brother's soul, pain, seems to be with the forest god.
That's why Titania showed up.
Yeah. She was looking for his soul. Sorry, Ibis, what did you say?
So this guy knows where the key is, and he would have been the one protecting it. So it has to be in this room. Is what Ibis is thinking.
That it was not on this person.
It doesn't have to be on his person to be in this room.
Right.
If I look over his shoulder, is there a key in the fire?
Not that you can see, no. As you look into the fire, it's a very strange fire. Like, it is blazing hot. Like, the whole fireplace is just filled with flame. It seems that this devil likes his room warm.
Without giving our souls away, will you tell us where the key is? Please?
No.
What was your name again, sir?
Oh, it is Abaddon.
Do I recognize that name?
Roll a knowledge religion again.
Can I just use that 20 from earlier?
Sure. Abaddon, ruler of, like, I think it's the fourth layer of hell. Big collect. Good friend, notably with Asmodeus. I mean, as good friends as devils can be. You realize, Ibis, moving Bahamut, the demon lord, and moving Abaddon, the archdevil, that's a lot of power. Fending off against a giant astral dreadnought, that's a fucking lot of power. Whatever is making this dungeon, it has a lot of fucking power. Taking an Eladrin from the Feywild is basically taking the Fey overlords.
Sir, how long have you been here?
Well, we are on the astral plane. Time doesn't really pass. I do not know.
Who? So where's the key at?
Okay, since you asked so nicely, I will tell you. And he proceeds to say some very...
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
It, like, cut out. I was saying yay to someone else.
Yeah, he said, since you asked so nicely, I will tell you. And then he proceeded to say some very ugly things about where the key is. Mm-hmm.
Just to double check it's possible, can I leave this room?
Yes, you can. You walk out, and Abaddon goes, "Oh, sure, go ahead. You may leave. The eternal fire will blaze forever, and I will be here waiting for you, and you will never age and never die. So we have literally all the time in the world."
What happens if the time in the world stops? What happens then?
Well, we are in a stop time, madam. Time does not move much in the astral plane.
Can
Cute.
I, here real quickly, can I go back up to this doorway? And just do a once over and see if there is any way to get through it.
Pero, I'd like to ask if he needs his fire
As-
stocked up.
Okay, one at a time. Ibis, you look at the door, it is completely slated. Like, there is nothing, not a groove, nothing. Just a solid piece of that silver chromy substance. As you walk through the abyssal layer, notably the only thing left are these large, like, cauldrons or buckets, maybe, or something of the kind. The rest was just wiped. These used to be filled with like hot coals, like fiery embers, but that was thrown away as well, apparently.
Can I look through them?
You can look into them, you touch them, you bang on the side, clang, clang, clang. It's just it's basically braziers. Peril, as you asked if you can stoke the fire, he says, "Oh, go ahead." And there's like a fire poker. And
I'll
as
grab,
you
I'll
start,
grab a book off the shelf and toss it in.
The flame turns a slight shade of pink, and you get this weird feeling of deja vu as you smell some perfume. And he goes, "Oh, yeah, that was a favorite of mine."
Don't anger him, please. Don't feel like dying today.
Also, you take okay, Max. You take 4 points of fire damage as the heat intensifies in the fireplace.
Is that halved?
Yes, because you are a tiefling, so that's how. So 2. Ibis, you were doing?
I mean, I'm gonna walk down and grab Terror quick.
Okay. Terror,
Actually,
Ibis asked you to join him.
I'm gonna get Panic, not Terror. And as
Fuck
I
you,
go
Terror. He just wants panic.
as I go to walk out, go. Don't let him do anything stupid, Terror. How long would it take to try to walk back to the first room?
All the way back to the start of the dungeon?
Mm-hmm.
A few minutes. Well, time doesn't pass in the astral plane, so but just a few minutes. It's not that long. You'll have to walk through the poison ivy bush place and the Shadowfell realm.
Can I ask our friend who's there if he could remove the plants on that side?
You could try.
Could I assist Panic as she does it? Because I can't actually speak to him.
If you may, if Panic wants to.
Panic, would you mind?
I'll do it.
Para would like to ask the
Panic.
Doubleman a question.
Okay. We'll jump to Peril then, and then we'll get back to that you two. Peril, what are you asking?
What happens if you sign somebody else's name?
Well, you have to prick your finger and write in blood, and really the name doesn't matter. If you want to call yourself Gigantus or T-Rexian Fabulouscious, doesn't matter. It's the blood. We allow nicknames in hell. I, for one, call myself the Eternal Flame, but my real name... well, I'm not going to tell you that, but my name is Abaddon.
So as long as you get something blood-related on that book, we're cool?
If it has a soul, if it's blood, and if it's you, yes. Notably, if you know an archdevil's real name, you have total control over him. So that's nice. Same with the Yugoloths and the demons. So yeah. No, not the demons, sorry. Ibis and Panic. You walk into it's very chill. It's like slightly frosty on the grass, and the Aladdin is just sitting there, large tears rolling down her cheek, falling into the pond, and this like crystal clear, probably very cold water is pooling as he's just sobbing.
Would you like a hug?
Yes. To give him a hug.
Yeah.
5 points of cold damage.
Worth it.
Why did you come back for me?
Well, we were gonna come back to you anyways.
Oh.
But my friend here wanted to try something. Ibis, help.
I need to get back to the first round. And to be honest, I do believe we might be able to get them out if we get this artifact for him.
He hand waves, and the poison ivy disappears. Wait, give me a second. I put that on the shit layer. 1 second. One by one, then. the poison bushes, and he goes, "Go, leave me to my crying and my water. At least water is cold and fresh and can't backstab you."
Okay, we'll be back.
You know what's really bad? I kind of wish I was still playing Pain because I want to get this devil book and just go get the Eladrin to sign it. Tell him, hey, I found a way out for you. Tell the devil, be like, hey, if I get someone super powerful, can you just give us the fuck?
Yeah, I'm just awkwardly walking here.
You're back in the room, Ibis.
If I look around this room, am I able to find anything like the symbols that were in that other room? Since it is laid out very similarly to this one.
It is laid out very similarly. Notably, not really. Like, you look on the pillars, they are carved, but there's no, like, it's just patterns. There's nothing like information pertaining to, you don't see those symbols. It just seems to be like squiggles and lines for nice decoration.
So if I go to the same places on the floor as where it is in the other room, and like push down on the floor or anything, it doesn't do anything.
Unfortunately, no. You try so. I'm going to say you do the trek back and forth as you walk past. Nothing happens.
Okay.
In Panic, you hate walking through that Shadowfell room. Just shiver every time you walk past.
I look around these pillars to see if the key is in here really quick.
Yeah, it's just laying on the floor. No, it's not doing that.
I wish.
Wouldn't that be nice?
It would
Alright.
be.
Shit.
Meanwhile, in the devil room, the Abaddon is just tapping his finger.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
If I get you blood from something else, can I sell its soul?
No, it has to be signed by a villain creature. Man, all these people, they never just want to make a deal. Always loopholes, always find a way past. Just sign the bloody book.
But I want to keep our souls.
Then you are selfish.
Bro, you'd be stealing all of our souls, though.
I wouldn't
Selfish
be
one.
stealing, I would be making a trade deal. You're the one wanting to trade. You're the selfish one.
Tara, is it just on the couch that you're sitting?
The key is not on the couch.
It's pretty comfy couch. I
Peril's
checked for
gonna go
loose
sit in this
change on the
corner.
couch cushions. Everyone's, even the devil's got.
You find 2 gold drachma.
I real quickly.
which is what the ancient Greek put on, like that's their gold coins, and that's what you had to pay the ferryman.
I real
Lean over to
quickly, I turn to Peril and be like, hey, is this like usable currency where you're from?
Peril, that's devil money, and you've never seen it before.
Peril's just gonna blink.
Yep, know the feeling. And I put the 2 gold coins, but yeah, you lost these.
Oh no, I'll take these, please. Thank you.
No, yeah, put them on his desk. That's what I'm saying. Take and put
Mm-hmm.
them on his desk.
He grabs them and throws them into the fire, and you see the fire blaze even hotter. And he goes, "Ah, that's nice."
I lean over to Ibis. I think if we leave Peril in there, shut the door. If he asks enough questions, the man will crack. We just gotta hold the door really tight. Like the one annoying kid and the parent. That's all we gotta do.
But are you my daddy, though?
Do you have this birthmark here, like the same place I do?
Okay, we gotta leave first though, Peril.
My problem with that plan is if he cracks and kills him.
I've already lost one brother. But that's a joke, please don't kill him.
Jesus.
I said that's a joke, please don't kill him.
Imagine how.
It's called a coping mechanism.
Peril would like to reach into his bag of holding.
Yeah. Oh, you look into the bag of holding. There's nothing. Like you stick your hand in and you punch the back of the bag.
Huh.
Yeah.
I looked at Peril and like, yeah, I expect that. It's like,
Mr.
Well-
it's like literally right. If it's like check the tag, is there a tag on that still? Or did you take the tag off?
I
The
don't
one that tells
think-
you like dry clean or prestidigitation clean only.
haven't
Says
cleaned this
right
bag
on
yet.
There. Right on there.
Still
it
has
says
a little bit of
the
a perfume smell to it.
pocket dimensions and dimensions.
Mr. Abaddon,
Yes.
these aren't our real bodies, right?
Well, you and he sort of like leans over, looks behind you. Silver thread. Yes, you are project.
We're projections, right? So we don't technically bleed.
Eh,
Oh, please
yes, you
prove
do.
him wrong.
Would you like a demonstration?
We
Do it
literally
on
got
your-
cut by vines earlier. That's
You
I
bled.
know, Ibis.
But we're not. But it's not our actual blood. It's a projection.
All right, fuck.
of
And
a
it's
soul.
Yeah, sign.
And it's not
Stick
an
your hand
actual
out.
book. It's a contract for selling your soul. It works, okay?
Wait, aren't these technically a soul? Wait a
No,
minute.
you're right, Ibis. Doubt the devil. Fucking sign the book. Prove him wrong.
Please.
Well, no.
Prove the room wrong.
I miss.
myself.
Even when the devil's like, no, this is what I'm gonna do to fuck you over. He's like, don't trust devils. That's probably not it. That's not what he's gonna do.
Is Ibis just racist? Is that it? Xenophobic against devils?
No, Nathan's now going through his head going, wait, these are technically our souls, so wouldn't we be selling this? So how would we...
Yeah, it's a good question, isn't it?
Why
Please,
don't
Mr.
you sell your own
Birdman, the Eternal Flame decides that it has been enough time. Can you hurry up, please? Where did you go, Terror? What you up to? Where'd you go?
Question
Cheers.
is,
Out. Like this is fucking going
Hey,
slow.
hey, Pearl, Pearl, do you know where the key would be?
Question.
Yes.
Can I have some food?
He waves his hand, and a bag of sunflower seeds appears before you.
Oh, much appreciated. Since
But
my rations were not in
as
my
you chew, as
bag.
you eat into, yeah, because you don't get hungry, by the way, in the astral plane.
This
You
is
don't
more
feel
just out
hunger
of
or
boredom.
thirst. Yeah, they're all, every now and then when you eat sunflower seeds, you get that one bad seed that tastes.
Mm-hmm.
Every
Yep.
now and then you get a good seed. The rest is all bad.
I'll look at Pearl and go, do you happen to know where the key is or how to get through that door that I need to get through?
1, I don't know which door. 2, second question.
Is your name Pearl?
Oh, Pearl. Sorry, Peril.
But
Yeah.
also, second question. Can I float again?
No, as long as you're in that room where you're grounded. Terror, you walk up to the door and you peek in and you're like, Jesus fucking Christ, there's a astral dreadnought, and you walk back out again.
I didn't peek to the door. I just came to this.
Does Pearl, the little badger, happen to know where the key is?
As you ask, she's an otter.
Otter.
As you ask, it's a significant otter. As you ask Pearl, she goes, "Huh, he sure does talk about fire a lot."
Peril would like to try one of these drawers on the desk.
You try to open a drawer, and you start to open it, and you see stuff, and he grabs your hand and pushes it back, and he goes, No, that's personal.
Puts my other hand on the drawer and starts pulling.
No. Like,
gonna get your
you saw
arm cut
enough.
off.
You didn't want to see more. There was no key, but you don't want to see more.
Goes down a drawer.
Same.
Bottom
Hey.
drawer?
Nothing. It's empty.
Well, Pearl's distracting him. Can I walk up to the fire and look in it? And look around it?
The fire is. Have you seen Howl's Moving Castle?
No.
Okay. Has anyone seen Howl's Moving Castle? Well, shit. Anyone listening to the podcast, Colifer, anywhere, the fire seems to almost be alive, and you get the sense from how much the Abaddon enjoys the fire that the fire might just be Abaddon, and the devil sitting behind the table might just be like a projection from the fire.
Peril would like to slide over next to the demon and ask if he can read the book.
Ah, yes, yeah, some of my favorites. Here we have, and he pulls up the book. Here we have Monsieur Jackson. He signed his soul, but wanted to sing well. Here we have Mr. Presley. He was a good man. Yes, let's see. Here we have.
Does that say Tupac?
No. He signed, but I had to give him up. He went straight to heaven. Yeah, apparently God wanted him for himself. Let's see here.
So he did find out if heaven had a ghetto.
Can I start trying to put out the fire?
With what?
Just like blowing on it?
You make it burn. As you flap your wings, you fan the flames hotter, and Abaddon goes, "Oh yeah, that's the spot."
Does he take any fire damage? Or is that just me?
That's just you. The fire poker conducted the damage to you.
I threw a book in. I didn't actually poke it.
No, you used. Well, no, that's just you.
Okay.
Maybe try your water skin to put the flame out.
Your water skins are empty.
That's sad. Never mind.
Yeah. They weren't empty when you projected, but they sure are empty now.
Can I feel along the bottom lip of his desk to see if there's a button anywhere?
He sort of gives like a and pushes himself from the desk, allowing you to feel. There's nothing.
Dude, you're letting literal people
I'm standing at his spot now.
who don't have self-control look around
As
your
you
office.
push him,